And on this episode, we'll be, I don't know, getting rained on apparently. Alright, enough screwing around with that nonsense. Let's see if we can accomplish something today. I'd like to paint the dashboard. I'd like to finish the floor. I'd like to sell the car and have it crushed just out of pure spite, but we're not going to do any of that today. This is getting old. Stupid rain. Just about ready to move this thing to the front garage and boot Laura out and finish this thing. Man, this rain is for the birds, but hey, no big deal. It's all part of the adventure, right? I'm gonna make a little plate to cover up the hole where the steering box is so I can mount the steering column, some little stuff like that. Get that thing painted and wrapped up because I am tired of working on it. It happens to be the ugliest floor I've ever made, and frankly it's a little embarrassing, but it is what it is. It's a pile of junk, rusted out heap. You know, I'm not trying to be negative, you know. Gotta do a quick work trip up to the land of Oz known as Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I've never been, so that should be a interesting adventure. See how that goes. Anyways, let me clean up this dump real quick here and then I can get to work. So I made my pattern by just putting the bolts in all the spots in the floor and then put my cardboard on it and basically hit it with a ball peen hammer to mark them. Then I drilled them out. Now to transfer it to a piece of metal. Well, I think I got them all. Oh, see? Missed that one. Yeah, that area is a work in progress still.
This area?
Yeah.
I just meant the rust around there.
Yeah, I'll get the crunchies off it.
Alright. When I come back, I'll paint it.
Excellent.
It looks beautiful.
We're gonna make this area today as a team.
What do you mean this area?
This area.
what are we gonna do?
That's the drive shaft area.
Okay, so what do you gotta do?
Why don't you go to Costco and stop asking me high tense questions?
High tense questions. High dollar, high intellectual questions. Alright, sounds good. I'll paint when I come back.
Alright, get something delicious.
Okay.
See? Continuous distractions. That's the one. I love this hole saw kit. Try that again. Oh, oh. I've had this mill a long time. I've had it probably 25 years. I got it from my uncle, who got it from his brother, my other uncle, after he went to prison. He was a machinist for McDonnell Douglas. You know, the airplane people. Went to prison for making bombs. But I've had it all this time, so it's probably 35 years old. It's one of those offshore Chinese brands, but you know, it seems to work for what I use it for. We gotta tighten that screw. All right, let's give it a try. Yeah. Guess I'm not that strong after all. I'll get a clamp. So we have to go to the emergency room today anyway. Although it's been a while, I'm sure they miss me. I'm doing is putting a nut cert in here. Just like a kind of like a pop washer, but with a bolt thread in there. If I just figured out how to use it properly, it'd be great. Seem to have lost my nuts. So what this thing does is this little rivet guy pops in the hole. It doesn't pop in that hole because I made it too big, but it'll pop in this hole that I haven't screwed up yet. Just some persuasion. The hell's the hammer? Yeah, so these little doodads allow you to screw your bolts in here without having to have a nut on the back. Obviously these are the wrong ones, but you get the idea. And this one is completely screwed, so I'll be putting a nut on there, and the old arc cap will be making that thing permanent. And the back of that thing. So now that'll go there, and I can mount the steering column. At least once I build all that, then I still have to make the gas pedal. Now that is a vast improvement. This is by far the best work I've ever done. This is in fact absolutely horrible, but it is what it is. The world was working against me. But I got paint on it, or she got paint on it, at least that way it is secured. I gotta leave town for a few days, so when I come back I'll work on the trans tunnel, all that stuff. So in the meantime, at least it stays secure. Hopefully the sound deadening will come in and we can play with that. But the floor is just about done, just a couple things to button up. Well, I made it to Oklahoma, trying to blend in with the locals here. And I gotta admit, it's a lot nicer than I had anticipated. You know, being from Texas, we just refer to the Oklahomians as the dirt people. But apparently this place is actually pretty nice. It's actually a lot nicer and cleaner than Austin. So I apologize for that. Well, not that much, but whatever. So I'm gonna cruise around and see what kind of sights they have to see here. So far, they got a lot of neat buildings downtown. I won't be walking because it's 100 degrees outside, so I'll be cruising around in my little rental car. But the first thing I come across is this ginormous church. This thing is amazing. That is the First Methodist Church, which is oddly enough, they're all named the First Methodist Church, so I don't really know which one is the first. Perhaps the first on the street. I don't know, but it's a neat building regardless. So, you know, it is what it is. Then there's this big weird dome looking thing. That is the First Church of Christ building, which I didn't know it was the first here in Oklahoma, but hey, what do I know? But what I have noticed up there on the dome, zoom on in there. You see that? Yeah. Always find it interesting to come across swastikas on, you know, architecture. The fact that they survived, you know, obviously all the bad rap from the little German prick is amazing to me. Neat building, regardless. We shall press on. And look at this amazing piece of architecture here. I don't know what this says. It's some foreign stuff. It looks like a church. This must be the theoretical center of town because it's all just churches. So then there's this building. I wonder what it is. I really like to get out and walk around, but I'm afraid of being vaporized. It's so picking hot outside. Maybe I can get in one of these churches. You'll notice that whenever I film stuff, I always I'm a drawn to the churches because I just love the architecture of stuff built in that era. It's just an amazing ornateness. There's no way you can't love, you know, the architecture that goes into all these things. Say what you will about religion or church, but it definitely has an important role. This amazing building is the first Christian church. It would be directly across the street from the First Jesus Church, which is over there. So I see this ginormous thing sticking out of the sky. I gotta go check and see what that is. Yeah. You guys been holding out on us Oklahomians. You got all kinds of cool stuff here. I know you guys are just bitter because your football team sucks, but you know, you could tell us some of the secrets. This is the Boston Avenue Church, United Methodist. This is the coolest looking building I think I've ever seen. There's a girl peeing in the parking lot. Nice. All right, thumbing through my things to see in Tulsa, Oklahoma, there is some place called the Center of the Universe. And despite the fact that my teenage daughter thinks that she's the center of the universe, I'm about to prove her wrong. Look at these guys just cruising along picking up trash. Tulsa, you guys do it all right. I like this place. I must have passed the center of the universe. I was expecting something a little more than, wait a minute. Than nothing. Hang on. So I found the center of the universe. You'll be surprised to see how amazing it is. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Pretty amazing. I know. All it is by this pretty cool train depot. See, I knew she wasn't the center. I don't know what the hell that thing is. Center of something. Center of nothing is what it is. Anyways, let's go find a bar.
That's happy hour right now.
My situation has improved. This place is called the Chow House. There's apparently a tiki bar around the corner, so we're gonna have to check that out next. But so far, this is going well. Best sandwich ever. It's getting better. The Chow House. Good stuff. Oh, Jesus criminy. Walking outside is like walking into an oven. Oof, terrible. So as a responsible adult on a work trip, I'm going to return to my hotel and diligently do some work. Or I'm going to go to the tiki bar and get drunker. Oh dear God. I mean, it's only across the street, but I feel like I'm going to be incinerated. Favorite place. Well, I haven't been in yet, but we'll see. They got fancy water. It's really just regular water. Just a fancy bottle. Oh dear God, it's terrible out here. All right, that was fun. Went and had lunch. Had a few beverages, possibly 4. decided to go over to the Tiki Bar. Tiki Bar's legit, had a good time. And then I had a cocktail that did not agree with my little tummy. And then my tummy was hurting real bad, so I had to go back to the hotel to take a nap. So now I'm awake again. Came outside, it's hot as Satan's nutsack out here. So now I'm gonna walk around, see if I can attach myself to the ghost tour we're gonna take. See what happens next. Stay tuned. That's of course providing I can actually find the meeting spot for the ghost tour, period. By the way, the downtown Tulsa area is awesome, you should visit. Definitely go to the Tiki Bar. But watch the girl behind the bar, because she'll slip you a Mickey and screw you up. Well, I managed to make it back to Tulsa, all in one piece. Despite trying to be poisoned by the bartender, who clearly did me wrong, it was a pretty darn good time. Tulsa is actually a very nice town. I was a little bit surprised. I was thinking, you know, a little more like the movie HUD, but no, it was nice and a damn good time. So if you ever get a chance, I recommend going there. But today's little project, we're going to work on a little, I think a driveshaft tunnel. I think we can knock that out. Luckily, Laura painted everything the other day, so I get to scrape all that crap off. But not a big deal. We're going to work through it and see if I can't make it happen. And I'm fairly certain that she didn't intend to poison me, but I have an allergen to certain alcohols, so that's one of the reasons why I can't drink beer. I'm not quite sure what was in there, but we were not friends for any stretch of the imagination. So I'm sure her intentions were well, but they did not go well. So again, if you got a chance to swing in to the Satellite Room in Oklahoma, Tulsa, I suggest it. Probably the best tiki bar I've ever been in. Alrighty, gonna make a cover for this today. I gotta do it in two pieces because my brake isn't big enough to fit this whole thing in here, so I think I'll start it about here to here and go from there. Let's see here. Alrighty, get my post-it note here. This is still the best use of, you know, pattern paper. It's nice because it's large and it stays in one little pack and it's cheap, like me. Oh, hell with it, stupid wind. Yeah, today the earth is not my friend. I guess we'll just wing it with a piece of stupid ladder. So as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by the ladder I ran into. I think we'll just transfer this to a piece of metal and wing it a little bit with the pipe handle because the wind is not going to be my friend with a paper template. Alright, so change of plans. I think I'll start from here to here because I know that's a small piece of metal that I can easily make, and then I'll transfer this pain in the ass. And I think I'll start at 24 inches. Alrighty. So as you can see, this is a bit of an odd piece here because it's relatively flat here and then curved here. So I'm going to use these magnets here to make sure I have enough space between the floor and the drive shaft itself. And we'll just basically put this in the pipe band. We'll start working this side down until it does something that I need it to do. Totally winging it here. Alright, so using the trusty pipe anvil, we'll just give it a couple of tweaks in there and see where we get. I don't think I need to use the English wheel, but may have to smooth some things out. We'll see. But one of the things you know, I'm limited to is my brake, my shear, and my pipe anvil are all the same size. Kind of by design, I guess, because, well, not by design at all. My pipe anvil is, but the other two were just what I found. So you got to work around that envelope that will actually get where I got to go. Gloves. Starting to be something. So, I'm going to trim. See, got all that. So I'm going to trim this to be a little bit closer there. Now I need to have it come over at least 3/4 of an inch so I can spot weld that in place. So right now it's a little too wide. So I'll cut it to here and trim that to this corner here. Just trim off this fat. And then I'll flange it from here to here, slowly, gradually making that a 90. And in theory, that's going to work. If not, I got more sheet metal. Yeah, my arm is on fire. Well, that's getting better. I need a rubber band is what I need to make this work a little bit better, but I don't got one, so I have to do it the hard way. All right, I'm happy with that. Now, number 2. Yeah, most useful tool ever. Let's see if it fits. Well, that's the beginning of something. Alright, so I went ahead and stuck this beneath there and got it all set up. So now I'll just take and mark it with the Sharpie, trim everything, bend it, and bada bing, we'll be done. Almost done. Well, except for welding anyway. I'll have to do that. But that'll be tomorrow because it's really hot today.